it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do my weekly wrap-up, and I only read two books this week because it's been a week. I believe I told you that my daughter had her accident a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so her insurance, it took 2 weeks to get in touch with her insurance, which is unbelievable. And they are only giving her $100 for her tow, instead of the fact that her car is a write-off, because the airbag's deployed and it's just a mess. So because it took 2 weeks to get in touch with the insurance company, she has now incurred 2 weeks worth of storage fees at the tow truck company. So we had decided that because there are no cars in town, like used cars, and I have credit at my dealership, that I'm going to sell her my car, which she dinged up 3 weeks after I got it. So perfect. And I'm going to buy a new car. So we've been dealing with that with the dealership. It's a thing. It's not a problem on my end. It's just getting the people that need to deal with it together. Because my dealership owns 2 different dealerships. It's Hyundai and Kia, and they have to be kept separate. So it's a thing. So that should be dealt with today and tomorrow, and then I can transfer my car to her, so I don't have to chauffeur her to her 2 jobs. And then Saturday morning we woke up to drama. My husband's nephew. If you know me, I don't do drama. I hate drama. I don't talk to one of my sisters because that's all she does is drama. So my husband's nephew decided out of the blue to start threatening us and my husband, and we have no idea where it's coming from. We do know that he is on some sort of chemical drugs, not prescription sort of deal. But we've never had problems with him before. So we have no idea what's going on, but he's threatening our house and us. So it's been stressful. So yeah, reading has not been happening that much this week. So hopefully this will calm down and I can just go about my life without the drama. I really do hate drama. So anyways, if you guys can send positive vibes my way, that'd be perfect. So I finished The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. It had the girl on the train vibes. Alcoholic, unreliable narrator. It says that she sees something and she doesn't see what she thinks she sees, but she does. So she hears something and then she sees something and she assumes what she hears is something. But it's a thing. I gave it 3 stars because for the first 2/3 of the book I was bored to tears. I didn't find it very interesting until something happened, and then at that 2/3 mark things started rolling and it got interesting. But for the first 2/3 and you know I don't DNF books, so because I'm one of those people that it might get better, and in this case it did. However, it didn't. Yeah, I didn't like her to begin with. She was very she would snap on people for no reason. She was a bitch, essentially. She wanted this relationship with her boyfriend, and yet when he's trying to progress the relationship, she's backing off and saying no, which irked me. And she was still doing it at the end, but essentially she sees or hears something and assumes that it's a body being thrown over the deck of this luxury cruise liner that she's been given a chance to go on for free. Because her boss couldn't make it, she's in the hospital. And before this happened, she was burgled in her house. So she goes on this trip. She's already a nervous wreck. She's drinking to excess. She's snapping at people, and then this thing happened. So she's going around thinking that everybody has done it. And then she's made to look like a schizophrenic, essentially. So it does progress, but yeah, 3 stars. And then I read In fact, I just finished it about 5 minutes ago. Murder at the Brightwell by Ashley Weaver. I gave this a 4. I really liked it. Although I thought Amory goes a little bit far in some of the things she does. But I like the writing. I like the story. It kept me engrossed. It was very intriguing. Everybody has a secret in this story. I didn't like Milo at the beginning. Still kind of hesitant at the end. Because I think there's a lot of miscommunication in between her and Milo. But Milo is portrayed in the papers as something that you kind of get an inkling that might not be true. But they're socialites, you know. So it starts off with her ex-fiance coming over and asking for help with his sister because he feels that his sister is engaged to somebody that's like her husband Milo, and he doesn't want to see her get hurt. So she goes along with it and goes to this hotel at Brightwell, and the very next day after they get there, he's killed, Rupert. And at first it looks like somebody he fell over the edge of a wall down a cliff. And then it turns out that he's been murdered. Nobody believes it. They think it's all just a sham. And it kind of goes from there. It takes place in 1932, I think. And you really get that sense that it's 1932. The way they are speaking, the way they're acting towards each other, the propriety, all that. It's portrayed really well. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. So yeah, I give it a 4. And I'm, of course, still reading Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass because everything that's been going on, I've been able to get a chapter in here, there. I am enjoying it, though. I really do like it. So hopefully this week I'll get more time to read. I do have a few orders to work on, such as life. And I might have sold my big machine that I've been trying to sell. I'm actually waiting for the first payment to come in today. Or tomorrow. Sorry, cat hair. And that'll be packed up and shipped out, which is a nice, tidy expense. But I'm getting rid of it. So then I can get my other machine and move on. So I'm hoping to read more of this. I'm hoping to finish this. And then I think I need something light and fluffy for right now. Although this one isn't light and fluffy, but I'm waiting to finish Throne of Glass first because it's kind of fantasy. And I don't like reading two of the same genres at the same time. I can do it. I don't really confuse things, but I just like to be able to focus on one genre at a time. So this is Stealing Infinity by Alice Noel. Time travel. And these are really short chapters, so I should be able to get through this really quickly. And then, of course, something nice, light and fluffy. The Trouble with Honor by Julia London. It's historical romance, and these are just my comfort reads. I can get into one of these, no problem. I can plow through them, usually, when I have nothing going on. But, yeah, so I think it's a fake relationship sort of deal. I think so. My brain is not working today. So I also thought I would do a library haul and a book haul because this video is pretty short. I had ordered The Essential Suspense from Harlequin. So I got that. I got The Wrong Victim by Alison Brennan. I think this is part of a series. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to read the back of it. Not sure. Because she's also got other titles, so I don't know if this is part of a series or not, but when I added it to Goodreads, I thought it was like book 3 in a series. Could be wrong. Then I got B.J. Daniels' Under a Killer Moon. It's part of the Buckhorn, Montana series. I have no idea what part it is. There's also a novella in here, Before Memories Fade by B.J. Daniels, so there's that one. I got Black Ice by Karen Gerhardsson. It's a translated from Swedish, I think. I think it's from Swedish. And it is translated by Translated from Swedish by Ian Giles. So I think this is, well, obviously it's a murder mystery. But I'm not sure because everything on Goodreads is in Swedish. They don't even show the English version of it, I don't think. So, January in Gotland. The days are short, the air is cold, and all the roads are covered in snow. So I think this is a locked-in snow cabin deal. Then the last one I got was Sirens of Memory by Pooja Guha. Sorry if I butchered it. When the past becomes all too present. As the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait begins, Miriam is pregnant and fleeing an abusive marriage. Leaving her husband, Tarek, for dead, she crosses the border and evacuates with the help of Raj, whom she meets at a refugee camp. So that is... I'm not going to read any more because they usually give way too much on the backs. So it's 2015, 2016, so it goes by a couple of years. And then I just got this today. I ordered the Essential Romance. I'm going to cancel the Essential Suspense and just keep the Romance, I think. But when I order it, you get 2 free books. So I'm literally opening it for the first time. And 2 books. Another bookmark. And of course the little notes. Another cat, purple cat bookmark, and if you hear the hissing, it's one of my cats. Psst. She's getting mad at one of the boys. So I got Sheila Roberts' Sand Dollar Lane, a Moonlight Harbor novel. I don't know what number in that series it is. It looks like number 5. Oh no, 6. Looks like number 6. So there's that one, and Susan Mallory's The Stepsisters. This summer, it's every sister for herself. Ooh. Once upon a time, when her dad married Sage's mom, Daisy was thrilled to get a bright and shiny new sister. But Sage was beautiful and popular, everything Daisy was not, and she made sure Daisy knew it. So, hating sisters, I can relate. My half-sister and I have gotten along great. My full sister, she's the one that loves the drama. So, my dad was married twice. So, me and the drama sister are from his second marriage, and the oldest one is from his first marriage. So, I'm going to save this last book for last, because I'm super excited about it. But the library books that I decided to pick up, because, you know, when I'm stressed, I go to the library. So I got this before, never got to it, and I'm decided to grab it again. It's Beverly Jenkins's Forbidden. It's book 1 in a series, I think. But I'm not sure if you have to read a series before it. There was a book that I had gotten before around the same time that. So it's a historical romance. Ryan Fontaine is building the successful life he's always dreamed of, one that depends upon passing for white. But for the first time in years, he wishes he could step out from behind the facade. The reason Eddie Carmichael, the young woman he rescued in the desert. Outspoken, defiant, and beautiful, Eddie tempts Ryan in ways that could cost him everything, and the price seems worth paying. So, there's that one. Jesus. No, you don't get to see him too often. Come here. Come here. He's very skittish, but here is Zeus. Oh. There's. Oh, there comes Razzle. That's just Zeus meowing at her. Likes to tell her off. Razzle. Okay, the next book is The Accidental Countess by Valerie Bowman. I believe it's book 1 in a series. Can a scandalous charade lead to true and lasting love? So I think it's a, fake dating. For 7 long years, Lady Cassandra Monroe has waited for the man of her dreams to return from the war. Unfortunately, he happens to be engaged to her flighty cousin, what Cass wouldn't give to take her cousin's place. When he mistakes Cass for Patience Bunbury, a fictitious friend her cousin has invented to escape social obligations, even with her future husband, Cass thinks this is her chance. Mistaken identity. Then I got Murder in the Mysterious Suite, a book retreat mystery, and it's the first one by Ellery Adams, yeah. And it's Who Would Resort to Murder? Tucked away in the rolling hills of rural western Virginia in the storybook resort of Storyton Hall, catering to book lovers who want to get away from it all. To increase her number of bookings, manager Jane Stewart has decided to host a Murder and Mayhem Week so that fans of the mystery genre can gather together for some role-playing and fantasy crime solving. So obviously, a murder happens. Murder of the Scavenger Hunt is founded. Then, The Christie Curse by Victoria Abbott. It's book 1 in the book collector mystery. And it's Jordan Bingham needs a new job and a new place to live. She's back in Harrison Falls, New York, living with her not-so-law-abiding uncles in debt thanks to a credit card stealing ex and pending grad school loans. Enter the perfect job, a research position that includes room and board, which will allow her to spend her days hunting down rare mysteries for an avid book collector. There's just one problem. Her employer, Vera Van Alst, the most hated citizen of Harrison Falls. So, she's killed. Oh no, it's not. Jordan's first assignment is to track down a rumored Agatha Christie play. It seems easy enough, but Jordan soon finds out that her predecessor was killed while looking for it, and there's still someone out there willing to murder to keep the play out of Vera's hands. Jordan's new job is good, but is it worth her life? So, then I've had this on hold for several weeks, several months. This was going to be for one of my other, I think in June or July, Triple RC Challenge, but it's Book Lovers by Emily Henry. So it finally came in, so I'm going to have to get to this one as well. Nora Stevens' life is in books. She's read them all, and she is not that type of heroine. Now the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous, it's the light, deals as the cutthroat literary agent and her beloved little sister Libby. So I can't remember what this is about, but I know everybody loves it. It's supposed to be like a rom-com. So that'll probably be on my list this week to read, because I don't think there are any holds after me, but that could change in a day because there has been several holds on this book. So that one will probably get read this week. And then since I read it recently, I want to read the sequel while it's still in my head. And that's Aristotle and Dante Drive into the Waters of the World by Benjamin Alire-Sans. And LGBTQ, it's a lot thicker than the first one, that's for sure. And the first one, I'm like, I remember reading it, and I'm like, where's the LGBTQ in this book? But it comes through after a while. So, yeah, about two boys that are mucking through life, pretty much. Now, these next two, I can't remember the one I do, but Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I just saw it there, and I know I've been wanting to read it. It's been 18 months since the Raxter School for Girls, sorry, it's the tape, was put under quarantine. Since the talks hit and pulled Hetty's life out from under her. It started slow. First the teachers died one by one, then it began to infect the students, turning their bodies strange and foreign. Now cut off from the rest of the world and left to fend for themselves on their island home, the girls don't dare wander outside the school's fence, where the tox has made the woods wild and dangerous. They wait for the cure they were promised as the tox seeps into everything. So, perfect reading for pandemic. It doesn't bother me reading about stuff like that. It really doesn't. I know some people can't do it right now. It doesn't bother me. And this last one, I've heard so many good things, and I've hesitated on reading it. But so many people are talking about it that I finally decided to break down and get it. And it's Truth or Beard by Penny Reed, the first book in the Winston Brothers series. So, yeah, the romance. I'm not sure about them. Identical twins Beau and Dwayne Winston might share the same devastatingly handsome face, but where Beau is outgoing and sociable, Dwayne is broody and reserved. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I was hesitating. When I first heard about these books, I thought they were just not for me. And then other people, like Sarah from the Bookish Knitter, raves about this series. She absolutely loves it. And yeah, so after hearing her talk about these over and over and over, I decided to finally break down and pick it up. So this last book is not a book from the library. It is a book I won from Library Thing. Library Thing is sort of like Goodreads. If you don't know, I'll post a link below. But it's early reviewer books, giveaways, and book reviews and stuff like that. And I won this, and I've won another book by this author from Library Thing. I didn't like it as much, but his other two books, one I got in Owl Crate, one I got from Book Outlet. I adored those two books. In fact, the first one I ever read by him, I loved it. I cried. But the only thing I have a problem with is the other three books are hardcover and this is softcover. However, I am super stoked to get this book. I squealed when I got the email saying that I won it. And it is In the Wild Light by Jeff Zentner. I don't know what it's about. I don't care. It's Jeff Zentner. I really do love his writing. In The Serpent King made me cry. I loved it. The Goodbye Days, loved it. I cried. The Rain Book, I forget what it's called. But that one I didn't like as much. So I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know what it's about. Life in small town Tennessee has never been easy. Cash already lost his mother to an opioid addiction and is losing his papa, who raised him one labored breath at a time. But loss has led him to Delaney Doyle, and she's been his salvation. The trouble is that canoeing on the river and hiking the mountains might be all he needs to fill his soul, but Delaney is meant for so much more. So when Delaney makes a scientific discovery that gets them both full rides at an elite boarding school in Connecticut, Cash has to make the tough decision to leave behind the place of his heart to support the person of his heart. Will the decision to go to Middleford Academy be the thing that finally breaks Cash, or will it be the making of him? So it kind of sounds like not so much a coming of age, but heartbreaking decisions that he has to make. So yes, I'm so happy about this. Oh, there it is. Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee. That one I wasn't too keen on, but Goodbye Days and Serpent King, I cried on them. So I'm hoping this one's going to be another one, because I do love his writing. So yeah, that'll be hopefully next month maybe. But yay. So that is my long book haul and my short weekly wrap up. If you've read any of these, let me know if you want to read them. Buddy read, I might be up for one, maybe. Yeah, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you later, and I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Bye.